Good morning, everyone. It is time for First Alert Weather Extra. Good morning. First Alert Meteorologist Jill Gilardi here. It is 8:01, and we have a lot to talk about, at least in the next, 24 hours, because that's really when we'll see our next system. Then it gets kind of quiet around here. So bright, breezy. By the afternoon, will be breezier, but it is going to be sunny all day long today. And then we have some showers at night and morning showers before we basically clear on out in ways. Late week, dry, breezy, trending cooler. All right, so we're going to talk about rainfall departure just for kicks to start for the Hartford area and for Bridgeport, matching with the monthly departure. A little bit more in the way of the departure since September 1st for Bridgeport, but really the kicker, look at the year. While the year is okay, or a plus, well, a little bit of a plus for the Hartford area. I mean, we're talking about 13, almost 13 inches below average for Bridgeport. All right, so and just focusing so far this month, we've seen about a little over 2 inches in the Hartford area. So still could go for another inch, and we have more rain on the way. So our rain chances will start to climb. Not until for the Hartford area and for most of the state after about 10, 11 o'clock. But it's really early tomorrow morning, pre-dawn hours, that the bulk of the rain comes on through, and then looking mainly dry. I mean, what has been new, that little blip of a chance Sunday, Monday, not really buying that. So let's focus on tomorrow. Now, with the rain coming, the updated pollen forecast has sent that ragweed level downward Wednesday and Thursday. So it's like barely even registering out there. All right, so let's take a look at First Alert Futurecast. We're going to fast forward all the way to 6 o'clock. We'll start to see some clouds building in. After 10, the showers build in. The intensity ramps up a little bit going into the pre-dawn hours. That's 4 a.m., and then it just basically breaks apart. And while there could be an isolated shower at 8 o'clock in the morning, most of that rain is over and done with. It's not a lot, but we'll take whatever we can get for this drought situation. On average, a quarter of an inch or less west, and a quarter of an inch to maybe up to a half an inch, setting up across the eastern part of the state. As we take a look at the wind gust trend today, the shoreline will see gusts maybe as high as 25 miles per hour, and the gusts inland will be closer to the 20-mile-per-hour range. So if you're trying to rake some of those leaves, you might be met with either the force of the wind or them just the wind knocking down additional leaves. So you pick your battle. If you want to go ahead and start, hey, that's your workout. Sometimes I enjoy, having something that's mindless and satisfying, sort of, until all the leaves fall back down again. But, getting a little cardio in by raking the leaves, never anything wrong with that. And we'll have weather that is phenomenal in terms of the sunnier sky conditions. But when we take a look at the raking forecast today, we'll put it in the yellow. It's fair, the wind maybe just a little bit of an annoyance. It's tomorrow. We start off with the rain, and then we have some higher wind gusts. So it's like, you better just hold off another day or two till those winds subside. Tomorrow, there's a shower chance. Inland, it's, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and then it should be out of here. We're dry most of the day, though can't rule out an isolated or pop-up shower. High temperatures, kind of back to normal, low 60s. Tomorrow along the shoreline, same goes for pretty much everything. We get the rain moving out east, 8, 9 o'clock the latest. Temperatures rebound back into the 60s, and we have some sunnier conditions the rest of the day. Tomorrow, the wind gusts, and this is for inland locations, will be kind of picking up in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range, and also along the shoreline, some of those gusts. I did see some data indicating maybe slightly higher gusts as well, especially towards New London County. So, we have beautiful leaves. They're changing color, at least, the leaves that are on the trees still. I saw, one gorgeous tree the other day, and I was like, oh, well, the bottom half of you looks nice. The top half is missing, but that's the way it goes this time of year. So now is the time to capitalize, take a little drive around, snap some photos, enjoy it while you can. The foliage forecast is, we're reaching peak, and we'll continue to head in that direction farther southward with time. Speaking of farther southward, we have the tropics. Tropical system to be. Next on the list would be Melissa. Right now, just a high chance of formation. All right, back to our neck of the woods, the Northeast, 6 to 10 day rainfall outlook, leaning a little wetter. Same goes for beyond the 7 day. Almanac showing us where we should be for normal temperatures. 41 for the low. We were still above that this morning. 62 for the high. We will pass that by several degrees this afternoon. 6 to 10 day outlook. 8 to 14, kind of similar. Like leaning above average. No real strong signal though. And as we look at, 6-7 days out, yeah, that's below average by, a few degrees, both ends, both the lows. Remember, we should be 41 for a low and 62 for a high, so we're going to be trending below average after today. That's the case. Now, will there be major extremes in the forecast? We do not see that at this point in time, so that is good news there. And just wanted to show you what the shoreline high temperature forecast is looking like. Mid-60s today, becoming 50s and staying in the 50s for highs starting on Friday. That is your latest Fresh Alert Weather Extra. Enjoy this beautiful weather today. It's going to be the warmest day of the next 7. And, we'll have another episode coming up at 9:30 tonight. Hope you can tune in. Take care.